All right, so I have some sad news to report to you guys. Um, and if you're asking me how I know and how did I find out, I cannot mention the name of the person who had told me this. Uh, this individual reached out to me, whose name I will not mention, who is related to the Bishop family, to Anthony Kenneth Bishop's family, reached out to me via email, and he was related to him. Um, and he sent me an email to let me know that Anthony Kenneth Bishop has passed away last week. Uh, it's now like 2 weeks ago. He has passed away. All he knows is that the coroner's office said that the main reason he passed away it's because of his that he doesn't know the cause of the death, like what caused him to pass away, but it was what I was told by this individual whose name I'm not going to mention, who was related to Anthony Kenneth Bishop family. He told me that he passed away due to his poor lifestyle, his poor health that he had in his lifestyle. I was also told that he was diagnosed with a bad heart, that he always had this condition is one of the reasons why he was in disability. He lives in United Kingdom, in UK, and the reason he was on disability because of the poor, bad heart that he had, and him getting older, not taking care of his health. This is a lesson to be learned for all of us. You have to take care of your health, guys. So I'm not going to spend too much time here on this video talking about what happened between me and him. I'm not going to talk about that. If people want to know, they can go through those videos and live streams and they can make their own judgment and they can make their own determination. Okay? I'm not making this video for that. This is a video to mourn him, to remember him, and whatever happened between me and him, it's already forgiven. I already forgiven him long time ago, and but apparently he did not want to forgive me. And again, I don't want to spend too much time talking about that. You guys can make your own decisions about that, make your own judgments about that. Who is in the right, who is in the wrong. I'm just simply saying that I feel saddened by the story that I was told. People say, how could you verify? Well, there is no way for me to verify right now. The only verification I have, it's this individual whose name, please understand, I cannot mention his name because he doesn't want to be mentioned unless I have his permission to show you the email and to show you his full name. And if I have that permission from him, if he lets me know, then I'll make another video where I can confirm it. But he basically told me that he hasn't spoken to him in 2 years. He's related to him. And I don't want to go into details as to why he doesn't want to talk to him and didn't want to talk to him. Like I said, this is not the video for that. This is the video just to honor him, to say a few words about Anthony Kenneth Bishop. What's done is done. Past is the past. That's not a time or place to talk about that. All I'm going to say is that when I first met Anthony Kenneth Bishop, it was at the Big Screen VR. And at the Big Screen VR, we met, and we were watching movies. He was doing a Terminator impression, and he was actually pretty good with a Terminator impression. Actually, I think his Arnold impression was better than mine. honestly. But I think my John Wick, it's spot on. But his impression of Terminator was spot on, and we used to go to big screen VR, and we used to like joke around, and we would like watch the movies, and we would we had some great time. I mean, we had a lot of great time. Like me and him, like we met in 2017, 18, 19. We had falling out in 2020, I believe. So we knew each other for like almost 3.5 years. 3.5 years. Like we were friends for like 3.5 years. The other 5 years was just me and him going back and forth, because we had a falling out. We also did a podcast together. Me and him and his friend Katie and Brendan and Cameron and wonderful Emma Leviathan was our guest. Stephen, so many. We'll go down the list of. I'm probably missing out some names here. Mamba Man, right? All of them were there. We were enjoying our podcast conversations. So we had a great time. I'm not gonna say that we didn't. We did, and that's what I want to remember him by. I don't want to remember him by with our falling out that we had. I don't want to focus on that, and I would advise you guys not to focus on that. This is not time for that. It's time to mourn him. This is the time to remember him, honor him, and my condolences to Bishop family and his cousins and relatives. I don't have any details about the funeral and all of that. I don't know who's going to reach out to me. If Katie wants to reach out to me, she can reach out to me. If Brandon wants to reach out to me, he can reach out to me and give me more information. Or if this individual who is related to him, he can reach out to me, give me more information. I would appreciate that. And the reason I'm not mentioning his name, because I don't have a permission to mention his name, because I don't have his consent. But he did reach out to me, and people say, "Well, how could you know that he did?" Well, there's no way of me knowing 100% to verify. It's not like I live in UK. I'm here in the United States. I'm still kind of like digging this and trying to find more information. But this guy, it's legit. The individual that sent me, that reached out to me, it's legit, and he's related to the family. And again, I cannot tell you how I know that he's related to the family, but I know that he's related to the family. The stuff that he told me, all the detailed stuff that he told me, it all checks out. So I know that he's telling the truth, and I know that he's not lying. And I wouldn't be making this video if I think that it was false, that it was not true. But as you can see, the last time he posted a video was a month ago. The live stream that he did was a month ago, and he was I can't say he didn't look too. He didn't look too good, actually. I mean, let's just look at this video really quick. Hold on.
I'd be home 8:30. We have to play this tomorrow together. Oh, definitely.
He and I try to help him. I mean, God knows, me and Cameron, me and others, we try to help him. We try to tell him to, to stay away from social media, internet, all this drama. I mean, I try to help him. Cameron, try to help him, especially Cameron, who's into fitness, been, always saying, hey, you should work out. You should look after your health. I mean, I try to work. I mean, I hate working out, but I have to work out, because if I don't work out, that's it. Bad things happen to your body. Bad things happen to you mentally, physically. It's important to work out. You have to take care of your health. Yes, there's always going to be something you have to deal with. That's part of life. Life, it's not a smooth ride. There's always going to be roads ahead that you have to deal with, bumps on the road ahead that you got to deal with. But I can see clearly here that he was not looking at his eyes, looking at him the way he talks slowly. Clearly, this was a month ago. That clearly he's not. It's not looking good. And even when he talks, he was just like barely talking. It was barely talking.
Oh, that's odd touch. So let's take this right around.
And look, it's sad. It's I feel sad about the whole thing. But I try to help him out. But he just went on this mission of going against me and riding that tide against me, and I don't know why. I think there was something, and again, I have more details from his relative who's related to him, who gave me this information. Um, and he was. I knew that there was something deeper than just him being mad at me, and I was thinking about this. It can't just be the video game. This must be something deeper, rooted inside of him, and his childhood and his upbringing. And again, I'm not going to talk about that private stuff. That's confidential. I will not talk about that. I'm just simply saying that I try to help him. I try to help him. I gave him so many chances, man. I try to help him, but he always flips on me and starts going on this crusade against me, and manipulating other people to go against me, Uh, and but I try to help him. I just want you guys to know that I did everything I could to help him, and he just didn't want to be helped. Uh, and unfortunately, you know. But I just want you guys to remember him um, as someone that I had a good time with when we were friends. We did have a good time, me and him and Katie. When we did podcasts, we we all had a great time. You can tell that he was happy when he was with me. You can tell that he was happy when he was with me and Cameron and others and Brendan and Emma Leviathan and all of us when we were there, when we were doing the whole podcast thing, that he was very happy um, and we had a good thing going on, and we did some good times, man. We we actually we were friends till, yeah, about 3.5 years. We were friends for 3.5 years, and after that we had a falling out. About 3.5 years, and we done a lot of stuff together, and we did podcasts together. Those podcasts are still there. I urge you guys to watch those podcasts. You're gonna find a lot of negative videos about me and him. I would just urge you to ignore that. It's irrelevant. Listen, right now it's irrelevant. Who's right? Who was wrong? All of that stuff. It's irrelevant right now. Right now, all I ask of you guys is to just remember him as my friend, because he was my friend. Um, Regardless of our falling out that we had, I considered him a friend. He was a friend, and regardless of our falling out, but it's just unfortunately, he was a very stubborn person, And he had this stubborn mentality where he assumes, he believes that I'm a narcissist and all this other stuff. He just had that mindset, and it is what it is. But I want you guys just to remember him as a good friend that he was. And we did have a good time. And I just want you guys to remember all the good times that we did have. Because we did have a great time. It was me, him, Katie, Brandon, all the podcasts with Steven and me and Emma Leviathan. And we all had a great time. And I cherish those moments. When Mamba was there as well. Mr. Mike was there. All of those moments we had together, I think we all can look at those moments and we can cherish those moments and remember him. He was a funny guy. He was a funny guy. I mean, there's no... I mean, even he got the nickname Ginger Hog. Well, I gave him that nickname, Ginger Hog. But we all had a great time. We all had a good time together. And, I will miss him dearly. Believe me, I will miss him dearly. He was a good friend. Unfortunately, we had this falling out. But I ask of you guys to overlook that for now. This is not the time to talk about that. People can look at that. They can make their own decisions. They can, look at what happened and make their own decisions and make their own judgments. That's up to you. Who's right, who was wrong. But at the end of the day, I want you guys to remember him as a good friend of mine. I don't want you guys to think of him as some kind of nemesis that he was. I'm a very forgiving person. I forgive, I always forgive. That's in my nature to forgive, But I try to help him, but he didn't want to be helped. He continued on about me and me being this bad guy, me being this narcissist, and I don't know why. But I think it was something deeper than. I think he was not happy. I think deep down it wasn't about me. I just want to say this, kind of get it off my chest. And I know we already spent 17 minutes on this, and I just want to get this off my chest for the record. I don't think it was me. This whole thing was more about something deeper, deep inside of him, the pain that he was carrying. And again, I have more information about this from his relative who's related to him, who told me some more information, which I, of course, cannot disclose here without his consent, that this goes deeper than that. This goes back to his childhood and his upbringing, and after his mother, may she rest in peace, his mother passed away, everything kind of started going downhill. His lifestyle started deteriorating. He was not happy. It's what I was told. It was not very happy. There was this unhappiness about him, and he was taking it out on others and me because of that insecurity and unhappiness. And God knows I try to help him. God knows others have tried to help him. I just want people to understand that I always try to help him, But he didn't want to be helped. You can't help someone who doesn't want to be helped. It's impossible to help somebody who doesn't want to be helped. But I just want to say he will be dearly missed. He will be missed. And I consider him a friend. He was a friend. And I cherish all those memories that we had together. I said this about all of my experience with all of you guys, regardless of how you feel about me and what your opinions are about me, etc., etc. I just want people to know that every experience I go through, whether it be here on the YouTube or on Horizon World, Gatsby's, I cherish every single experience that I have with all of you. you know, and I focus on the good times. I don't focus on the negative times. I think a lot of you focus on negativity, and yet you forget all the positive stuff that we did. 3.5 years, you know, and I want you guys to focus on all the positive stuff that we did. And believe me, there's plenty of positive that we did. There's plenty of good times. There's plenty of fun that we had. There's plenty of podcasts that we did. Plenty of funny live streams that we did. There's plenty of good times, and I want you to remember him as my friend, not as my nemesis. And may he rest in peace. May God give him a comfort in heavens. May he be reunited with his mom in heavens. And my condolences to Bishop family. I'm truly sorry about your loss. And also, I want to thank the individual who's related to Anthony Kenneth Bishop. Thank you for reaching out to me. And I appreciate you reaching out to me and letting me know on what happened. And I'm sad by this. I'm sure a lot of my subscribers will be sad and saddened by this news. It is a sad news, and but I felt like I needed to say a few things. And I know the video is 21 minutes, but I felt that I needed to. It needs to come from me, because I think everybody's waiting for me to say something, and I think it needs to come from me because he was my friend, and it needs to come from me, and you guys need to hear it from me. Okay, and with all that I have said, I lost a good friend. He was a good friend.